So I've been getting a lot of comments about this recently, and yes, I know this is not a Fusion Tournament video. I said I was going to do the Fusion Tournament all week. We'll be back to our regularly scheduled program tomorrow, I guess. But this is something that I felt like I needed to make at least a short video about. I don't think this deserves like a 15-minute spiel or anything. There's not that much to go off of. But I have been getting a ton of comments asking my thoughts on this, and some people actually believe it to be 100% confirmed or true, and I'm going to explain everything to you guys. So, as always, if you guys do enjoy, hit subscribe. You might be thinking, well, what's the point of hitting subscribe? It's because it makes me happy. And I don't know, maybe leave a like and follow me on Twitter. I mean, whatever you guys want. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So basically what happened, as you can see from the title of the video, what are my thoughts on Cloud9 possibly leaving the Rocket League esports scene? So to those of you who think in the comments right now that it's 100% confirmed and people are out here asking me what I think about them leaving, it's not actually confirmed, okay? And I'll go over what happened. So Lawler posted a video the other day talking about how he thinks that Cloud9 are going to be leaving the Rocket League esports scene. And I will admit some of the points he brings up are valid. However, the one thing that people seem to not understand is that it is a theory, okay? This is a non-confirmed thing that is going on right now. And Lawler was literally just sharing his thoughts with us. And some people took it very seriously. So let me break down the video a little bit more for you guys. So if we look at his video and then we also read some of the comments that he responded to, you can see that nobody has told Lawler, like someone from Cloud9 didn't come to Lawler and say, hey, we're going to be leaving the Rocket League esports scene. He is coming up with this theory based on information that he has, okay? It is all a theory, a guess. It's a guess made on maybe some information that he has, but at the same time, nothing is confirmed. As you can see from this comment right here that he posted on his own video, he talks about how, yeah, there's a lack of information in the video, but he has some insider information that, you know, he can't share. So obviously we don't know what that information is, but what we can determine is that he's not saying that Cloud9 are 100% leaving. He says that this is a theory based on some information. So we can assume that the information that he has is just little bits and pieces of something that's allowing him to make this theory, right? Nobody came to Lawler and said, hey, Cloud9 are leaving, 100% confirmed, okay? That is not what happened. At least that's not what it seems. But I do think that Lawler actually brings up a really good point in his video. Remember when I talked about how all the organizations were mad at psyonix? Well, I'll go over that again real quickly. So all the organizations, well, a lot of them, signed a letter, and it was a letter of grievances, and they sent it to psyonix, just everything that they wanted changed with the Rocket League esports scene. And now, will any of that change? Well, we don't know, and I'll show you guys right here, everybody who signed it. It was BDS, Endpoint, United, G2, Mouse, NRG, PK, Renault Vitality, Rogue, Singularity, Space Station, Susquehanna, Sonics, I can never pronounce their name, Susquehanna, Veloce. And you might be thinking, well, no Dignitas, no Cloud9. And I think that Lawler did bring up a good point. Why didn't these teams sign it? Does Cloud9 think that, okay, everything's fine and they don't feel the need to send a letter? Or do Cloud9 think to themselves, well, things are so bad, I don't think things are going to change. We already have plans for the future. Like, what is the thought process with these organizations? Because you can't help but think, if G2 Esports, if all these esports have the same problem, then why wouldn't Cloud9 and Dignitas and whoever else didn't sign it also have this same problem with psyonix? So why wouldn't they sign it if everyone else did? Well, maybe Cloud9 just has their own plans for the future. Maybe Cloud9 already know what they are going to do. And that's a theory. But then, what's also confusing is that Garrett G came out and said that things were getting better with psyonix, and he was actually surprised that the organizations sent a letter. But yeah, Garrett G thinks that things are getting better. Then you might be thinking, well, if things are getting better, then no way Cloud9's leaving, right? Well, at the same time, from what we've seen in the past, the players don't know everything, or sometimes they can't give us all the information. For all we know, Garrett G couldn't give us everything he knew, or he didn't know everything, right? Doesn't mean maybe he doesn't know, but at the same time, we don't know. So that's basically it. It's a theory, and this is kind of what's been talked about in my chat a lot lately. And now, what are my thoughts on it? You might be thinking, well, you cover rumors in the past, right? Like with the Astral situation. But with the Astral situation about Astral leaving Dignitas, there was a lot of merit behind those rumors. This is more of just a handcrafted theory. There's a lot less to go off of, a lot less information, it's a lot less everything on this. With the Astral situation, you know, there's inside sources coming out, and you know, we even had ESPN articles being written about it. It was just a lot bigger of a rumor, I guess you'd say, which is why I was able to confidently say, you know, it might happen. And it did happen, okay? It did happen. Astral, he left Dignitas, quote unquote, because that's what he said he did. But now with Cloud9, I mean, there just isn't a lot of information for me personally to go off of when it's coming to this rumor. And Lawler even did state that there was a lack of information in the video that he made. And I think a lot of that has to do with maybe stuff that he can't share with us. But at the same time, it also sounds like even with this information that he has, he's still just speculating. Okay, it's still just a speculation. I mean, I will admit, I think that the best question is, why didn't Cloud9 sign that letter? Why did Cloud9 decide not to sign it? Why did Dignitas decide not to sign it? Well, what are the esports organizations' reasoning for signing it and not for signing it? Well, we do understand for signing it, but why wouldn't they want to? Unless, who knows, maybe Cloud9, like I said earlier, maybe they already have an idea of where they want to go in this esport. They already have an idea of what they want to do next with Rocket League, whether that's leaving it, whether they just don't care what psyonix do, which I doubt, but at the same time, we don't know. And I did want to just make a video clearing all this up because a lot of people have just been talking about it in my chat or in my comments section. And you know what? I thought it was worth just giving a little background, saying, hey, we don't know for sure yet. Stop freaking out. All right. There probably are going to be changes coming to Rocket League Esports soon because as you can see from the letter, esports organizations are basically demanding change, okay? And this is kind of big. It's kind of do or die for psyonix, I guess you'd say, because they've been doing things their way for so long that now it's finally time to give the organizations what they want, okay? They're all banding together saying, hey, this is what we want, this is what we require if we want to stay in Rocket League Esports. I'll link you to the Esports Observer article so you could read up a little more about it. However, I did cover this in a Rocket League news before, so for anyone who doesn't know, I'll quickly go over the letter. It says, according to the letter, teams are voicing their concerns about what they view as a lack of communication between the league and themselves, conditions surrounding slot ownership, prize money distribution, and monetization of the league and publisher and teams. Like right here, it says organization owners are asking that the league's slots transition, so ownership to the teams. So you know how right now how it works is it's ownership of, I guess you'd say, the players. If Envy drops their whole team, well, their whole team is still an RLCS team. But what they want, it sounds like, is, well, if Envy owns that slot, right? Envy wants to own that spot. And then it kind of comes down to like, well, what if an organization just leaves? Then does it go to the players? Like, some people think, well, is it a big deal that organizations might be leaving? You know, the esports scene can still continue, right? Well, wrong. Organizations are, you got to remember, organizations drive the esports scene, okay? Because remember, I've talked about player salary before, but players have salaries. Like, I think Cloud9 get paid roughly $10,000 a month, and yeah, a lot of these esports organizations pay their players very high, like around that much. And as you can see right here, it says organizations pay out of pocket for salaries and a lot of other expenses too. And as you see right here, some rosters costing upwards of $40,000 a month, because some teams are just getting, some players get paid $15,000 a month or like $12,000 a month. It's insane the money that some of these players are making, plus other expenses and stuff. And let's say the organizations were to drop out of RLCS. Well, what would happen to the players? Would psyonix be able to fund all these players' salaries? I mean, you got to think that the money is going to have to come from somewhere. The reason that people go professional in esports, yes, because they love the game, but also because there's a lot of money involved. I mean, there's a lot of money in esports. There's a lot more than some people might think. Psyonix, being the company that they are, probably won't be able to afford to pay every single player a salary. You know, there's a lot of things that the esports organizations actually do bring to the scene. Another thing that they bring to the scene is professionalism. Think of teams called the Clappers. Imagine if the league was filled with the Clappers and teams just like that, nobody would take Rocket League seriously, okay? We already give players the ability to choose whatever in-game name that they want. The organizations at least provide some level of professionalism where esports obviously lacks. So professionalism is another big thing that esports orgs bring, and it's something that if they went away, the league, honestly, the league would be a joke. But yeah, just a ton of stuff going on with this. Holy shit, I actually did rant on for about 15 minutes, it says on my Audacity. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on. Do I think that Cloud9 will leave? I mean, we don't know. It's a rumor, but I wanted to address the rumors, wanted to quickly talk about some stuff. But yeah, that's basically everything. Thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter. At cherry_ZRL, I post the best tweets in all of Rocket League. I'm the only person you should be following on Twitter. But yeah, see ya.